Everyone, I hope you all are doing great. So this is day 2 of our enhancing communication challenge. So in this video, I'm going to motivate you. I'm going to motivate you through a story, sorry. So the story is all about the rebirth of an eagle. Most of you have already heard about that story. So I'm just going to narrate it. Those who haven't learned or who haven't read about that story. So the story is all about an ego and the life process of ego. This is the story which always tells us that no matter how big challenge is in your life, you just have to dedicate. You just have to work dedicatedly hard work. You just have to work constantly. You just have to develop a mindset that no matter what is going to happen, no matter what how much big challenge are going to happen in my life, the thing which I'm not going to give up. So the story is all about the eagle, this eagle. It is said that the eagle is a very intelligent and eagle known for its highly visibilities and in among their species in among their species, and the eagle oftenly live for around 30 years. But there is a fact that eagle can also live around 70 years or more than that. But how? Okay, so when actually eagle turns into the age of 30, or once they cross the age 30, their body parts such as their beaks, their flatters, and their claws, they start becoming dull, they start becoming weak, and sometimes it starts creating problem and trouble for the eagle. And that's how they get two options at the age of 13. Either they can go with the same thing, the process that has been going on. Either they can go with this option that they becomes weak day by day and gradually they die. And second option, no, they fight and they stand against of this problem or this situation. So in most of the cases, the eagle chooses the second option. They go beyond the sky, they go top of the mountains so that they can protect themselves from the other animals, because that is the period where they are very weak as compared to the other species. So firstly they find a very safe place for themselves, so they go top of the mountain and they you know smash their own beak with the rock, against the rock, and they smash it until it get broken. Once it get broken, so after some period of time it starts regrowing. I know it is very painful for them, but they have to live around 70 years and they must have to sacrifice for something. So that's the sacrifices they made. They smashed their own beak with against the rock, and they wait patiently. They wait for the time that how the time it starts regrowing. Once it regrow, they pluck out their own feathers. They pluck out their own claws. I know it is so painful, so miserable, or so grieful, but they do. And once they remove their weaker parts and weaker things that cause troubles in their life, and they waited for around 2 to 3 months period of time. Once they becomes ready to fly, ready to show the world. And at that time, after the period of time where they spend their li- where they spend where they felt pain, where they had hungry nights, where they spend their time in loneliness. After that period of time, finally, sun arises in their life. They become stronger than ever. They get a new life, and that life is one of the most strongest. And that's how they live, and they extend their life 30 to more than 70 years. And that is the inspirational story. So this story is tell us about the dedication and the attitude which an eagle has. This is the same attitude we also need to develop. Most of the time, what happens with us, whenever something unusual or something happens that are not in favor of us, so we start complaining, we start getting rude, we start getting angry, and that's the kind of mentality that we have made. But now we have to change that mentality, and this is the story which I wanted to share with you. I hope you have enjoyed this story. So we'll meet you in the next video. Bye bye.